G'day guys, g'day guys, g'day guys. It's a good day in the neighborhood. All right.
Setting me straight again.
Zach's, how you going, champion? Uh Owen, Bill. All right, guys, this is an interactive call. If you can turn your camera on, that would be great. We're all friends here. Doesn't matter where where you are, as long as you're in a safe space and it's appropriate for you to turn your camera on. I probably should put
Putting
that
on space.
in. Geez, we're a bunch of blokes. We need some more women in here. All right. This is the first of these calls. We're going to be doing these once a fortnight. Let's just dive in. This has been recorded for those who can't make it live, and we're going to watch the replays. So, just going to go through basically the structure of the call and what we're going to do here. We're going to create something a bit different. I don't want this to be just another call, another opportunity call, another training call, or anything like that. The real core focus of these calls, and they're only if you want them. You don't need them. Like, if there's another call that's too overwhelming for you, because I get it. There's an opportunity call every day. There's a training call every day. Now Jeff's putting another thing onto our plate. I get it. But these calls here, the intention, the purpose, the why, I really believe in creating networks. After all, it is called network marketing, right? And I believe in part of that, it's called community. The number one asset that we can ever build in this game, is us, is the connection we make with each other. Yes, the money is part of the drive, of course. I totally get that conversation. But the money is the result of your network. Your network equals your net worth. So leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less, right? So we want to build our influence. We want to build our network. We want to build our community. And that is the purpose of these calls. So we're going to call them our community connection calls. So for those of us who are live, who is this guy? My name's Jeff Ross. I'm known as the Caffeinated Kangaroo. And welcome to your first StreamPro team calling with us today. We're going to set the foundation for an incredible journey together. We're going to create some culture within this team. We're going to create some boundaries within this team. We're going to create some space where we have some values. My core values are integrity, there's ultimate ownership, and fun. Part of that fun is leading with recognition, celebrating those who are getting up and rock arms and run. And so you've probably seen in the group chat there, the Boom Source Award Day, every day. That's part of this bringing some fun into this whole conversation. But it's also celebrating ultimate ownership and those stepping up. You don't have to be ranking up to grab these awards. This is just a way for us to recognize, to build each other up. Because that is the ultimate goal of leadership, is it not? See, I don't get into these opportunities to make money. Yes, that's part of it. That's the byproduct of why I do what I do. See, I get into these spaces to become a hero maker, not just the hero, to empower Owen, Bill, Zach, Dave, those of you who are on this call with us and in the team, to give you spaces to be able to grow, to have that safe environment where you feel seen, heard, valued, known. And I know it sounds a bit corny coming from a bloke, but ultimately loved. See, we're here to build culture of ultimate ownership, accountability, and responsibility. We're here to build leaders. And this is our chance to grow together, to thrive together. So those of you who are not on the call, Dave, if you could just let people in, please, that'd be great. For those who are on the recording, I do want to give a bit of a shout out here and start this whole conversation and recognizing and celebrating two rock stars, Nolan Quinn and Jenny Eriksson from Sweden, for stepping up and hitting and running with this. Now, it's not about necessarily the rank that I'm really celebrating here. What I'm celebrating here is the fact that they saw the vision early on. Nolan was my very first person to say yes to this. And she just hit Pro 500 last night. And that's because she caught the vision. See, leaders capture the vision, and then they go share that vision with their people around them. That is influence. Jenny Eriksson did the same thing. She was about the third or fourth person to say yes. And she's now opening up European and Sweden, especially in that space. And so we're a global team. We're a global community here. And if you're just joining us here, I'd love for you to turn your camera on if it's appropriate. If not, all good. But I want to be able to see your faces. I want to be able to connect with you. This is a space where we're creating our network. As I just started the whole conversation, right? Our network equals our net worth. So the structure of these calls, I'm only going to run them probably once a fortnight. For our American friends, that's once every bi-weekly. So every 2 weeks, we'll run these calls, and we're going to run them on a Saturday morning at 7 a.m. Sydney time. I know that's early for some people, but here's the thing, right? We can have our excuses. We can have our results. So this is about creating an environment of hero makers, of leaders. So let's get started. What you can expect from these team community calls is we're going to have an opportunity at the end of the call for us to connect, share for this week. Why are you excited about StreamPro? Like, why did you jump into this? So share your why. And it's also going to be an opportunity for 10 minutes at the end of the call to ask a burning question. How can we get you unstuck? How can we help you to take the handbrake off? How can we help you to get up and run fast? Because I'll tell you right now, I'm not here to save or rescue anybody. I don't want to create a team where we're having to enable and create codependency, where we're trying to have to save or rescue anybody. That's not leadership. Leadership is about empowering you, equipping you to help you to unlock this and run fast without me, without your upline. That you can go do this with or without us. That is the inspiration and the encouragement and the leadership growth that we're going to create here in this team. And part of these calls is I'm an attraction marketing coach. I'll toot my own horn for a second. I've been in this game for 16 years. I'm $1 million earner. I'm a top global recruiter for a few different companies now. I've saw the vision with this early with StreamPro, thanks to Mike for bringing it to me. And I just ran with it. It's like, yep, this ticks all the boxes. I did my due diligence. Let's lock arms and let's go run. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for runners. If your results aren't reflective of that yet, that's cool. You're in the right place because you are a runner. If you're showing up, if you're taking ultimate ownership and you really want to make this work for yourself. So we're going to give you some attraction marketing coaching. I'm an attraction marketing and AI thought leader in this space. I love teaching social selling. And I love teaching how to people to build their personal brands. See, I'm loyal to the mission. My mission here is to take frustrated affiliate network marketers, transform them into laptop lifestyle legends, teaching them how to make their first $10,000 a month online and beyond, so they can become the fun vacation parent, fueled by dad jokes, of course, so they can focus on making memories with their family. So that is my personal mission. And I'm going to teach you over the coming weeks, months, however long you just choose to run with us. And I'm going to teach you how to create your own personal brand that you could be recognized as whatever XYZ. And that's attraction marketing. The reason I could put up a post now and have 100 leads come off of one post is because of the 3 years of consistent, massive, ultimate ownership and action and documenting the journey more than I promote and leading by example, and then have people come to me. But it didn't start there. It started with me building my network, building conversations, building relationships, learning the art of relationship building. So we're going to unpack this over the coming weeks, days, months. And today I want to dive into the attraction marketing framework that I love to use in this space. And it's called the voice framework. So today I'm going to unpack this before we dive into some, Q&A stuff. The voice framework looks like this. It's an acronym. V for values, O for origin story, I for influence, C for clarity, E for expression. So let me break this down. This is about how you can show up online to build your personal brand. See, it all starts with you. Leadership is an inner journey. If you can't lead yourself, you can't lead others. And you're probably getting right now, probably picking up the tone. I'm really big on empowering leadership because I believe everything rises and falls on healthy leadership. So what are your core values? What are your core principles? What do you stand for? What do you stand against? If you're not clear on this conversation, take some time out today and really go deep with this. What are your values? What is your mission? What is your purpose? We're going to unpack this a little bit today by leading in with what is your why, if you're open to share. You don't have to share. I would love to encourage you to share. And for those of you who have got your camera on, I'll definitely be going through the round robin later on, and we'll go through the room. The V stands for values. And we're going to unpack this more over the coming weeks on how we can discern our values and refine that and all that, of course. I've got a podcast called the Laptop Lifestyle Dad Show, which I interview experts around the world in the network and social selling and traction marketing space. You know, we're up to about episode 50, I believe it's just about to go live. So go to Apple, go to Spotify. We're hosted on the Los Angeles Tribune podcast network, and you'll get lots of insights and wisdom there from that podcast. But one of the key things I've seen a lot of leaders do is they're very clear on their values. The other thing they're very clear on is their origin story. They're very clear on what their Sucksville to Awesome Town story looks like. They understand that they need to share the raw, the real, the vulnerable truth of where they started. Their personal journey is what makes people relatable and authentic. You need to share your story. Every superhero, every Marvel movie, every Star Wars movie, every movie really ever made that is worth its weight in gold had an origin story. You understood where people come from. This is called the hero's journey concept. It's a really great book by Joseph Campbell if you haven't read it. But here's the thing, right? Personal branding, attraction marketing, we need to put the spotlight on our people we serve. So we become the floodlight, we become the lighthouse. And so the only way you can attract people is to be relatable and is to be authentic. So it starts with your origin story. So share that more. One thing that you can all do with attraction marketing is create an announcement post. Go share your origin story with starting with StreamPro. Why did you jump on StreamPro? What was exciting about it for you? What was the vision of hope that you could see for yourself? Go share that. That's attractive. That'll speak to people's hearts. That'll get people to put their hand up and say, hey, I might want to learn a bit more about what this is for me. Start with your origin story. I is for influence. Through this whole journey, we establish trust and authority through genuine leadership. Leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. And influence is trust. So one way you can build trust with your community is to go and document more than you promote. Go serve. Go make it about them and be of service. C is for clarity. Craft a clear, compelling message that resonates with your audience. And we're going to work on this and develop this over the coming weeks as well. But start with just rinse and repeating what's already out there and make it unique to you, because E is for expression. Deliver everything that you do in your unique style. See, people see Jeff Ross, the Caffeinated Kangaroo, right? That's unique. Boom Sauce, that's unique. You look at other icons around the world, other brands around the world, they have their unique expressions. One guy who comes to mind, who's sort of one of my idols that I aspire to be like. I don't try to be like him. I aspire to be like him. I look at his qualities. That's Steve Irwin. Like, he had such a persona, such an energy, and he was iconic. Crikey's Terry, look at that marvelous person. So if you're energetic, if you're bubbly, lead with that. If you're more sincere, if you're more, casual, lead with that. Be unique, be you. Right. And then so that's some attraction marketing tips that I can give you. And we're going to unpack that a bit more as well. But then also let's get into what is working and duplication. So if you haven't heard it already, I really believe in a very simple process called the 5-step recruitment process. Let me walk you through this. These are where the real results, the nuts and bolts really come down to it, because all of your conversions will happen in the back of conversations. I'm going to give you, and I'm going to put it in the group chat. I've already done it a couple of times. I'm going to give you my DM script that I personally use, that I've sent out now to 300 people, and I personally enrolled 45 people into the space. So this is working. This is tried. This is proven. This is tested. Step 1, we just need to start the conversation. If you go straight in for, hey, I've just found the next best thing, slide spread, without building rapport, you're coming off across like everybody else. You're getting lost in the noise, and you're just going to be someone who's seen as a direct pitcher. It's all about you. You don't care. So start the conversation. Attraction marketing gets the ball rolling, but don't rely on it alone. That's your left hook. The right hook is getting into DMs. You know, I've got over 10,000 followers on Facebook. So I've got 10,000 people there that I can go through and I can just go start the conversation with. Hey, how are you? Boom, start the conversation. Build a bit of rapport. If you know something personal about them, like my mate Dave, hey, how are you? How's your wife going in her new job? Hey, how are you, Dave? How's your young son going? Hey, Jaya, how are you going over there in America, mate? What's happening in your place of the world? Ask a question that's an open-ended question to get some rapport, some dialogue built. Step 2, once you've got that, pivot and adjust. Ask great questions and qualify and invite. Become the detective, become the guide in the conversation. Get curious. And when you can get curious, you can get people to build trust with you because you're showing them what's all about them. You're showing them that you genuinely care. So people don't care about what you know until they know that you genuinely care for them. So get curious, become the detective. So learn how to qualify and invite people. And this is how I would normally do it. Hey, I've just stumbled across this new way. Well, first off, I'm curious. Are you streaming any services right now? Do you use Netflix? Do you use Hulu? Yeah, I do. Awesome. Okay. Hey, well, I've just found a way that could help you to, stream your streaming services all under one roof and actually get paid to help others to do the same thing by helping them to save money on the entertainment spaces. Hey, I'm curious, would you be open to exploring this with me to see if it's a fit for you? See, I qualified them first to see if it would be a fit. And then I asked an invitation sort of type question, an open-ended question to invite them to come and explore it for themselves. I didn't just go, hey, I found the next best things for slice price spread, blah, 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 blah. This is how great it is. You've got to check it out. I asked the question. It's an invitation. See, people will respond much better to you if you ask great questions and invite them to come and explore things. Really great book. It's a really short read. It's about a 3-hour read. Questions Are the Answers by Ellen Pease. The person who is asking the questions is the person who will control the flow of the conversation. The person who is asking the questions is the person who will lead the conversation. So learn how to ask great questions. I'm going to give you my script later on to help you out with this as well. Step 3 is don't be a tool, use the tools. So don't word vomit all over everybody. Have something already crafted that is in your unique style. When people say, yes, I would love to learn more, great. Here you go. Go check out blah, blah, blah. And let me know what you like best. Here's everything you need to know to make an informed decision for yourself and let me know what you like best. So don't be a tool, use the tools. That's step 3. Don't pitch, don't spam, use the tools. Let the tools do the work. This is half the problem. I really believe in network marketing, and it was my problem when I first started in this space, and I had to really master the art of this, is I talked myself out of the sale so many times. So like the less you say, the more you get paid. You really just follow the whole process of let them do the talking. You're the guide, don't push. Ask questions, answer the question, and then the simple little close is, cool, does that answer your questions? Are you ready to get started? Well, well, what do you like best? Is it the opportunity, is it the product, or both? And then if they push back and you have a bit of an objection, there's some really cool things we can do around that. But I normally just go, yeah, me too. This is how I feel. I totally get it. Others felt the same way, but this is what I found. Feel, felt, found. We're going to unpack that probably in the next training. But this is just coming back to recruitment here, just to give you the 10,000-foot view. Step 1, start the conversation. Step 2, qualify and invite. Step 3, don't be a tool, use the tool. Step 4, use the 3-way group conversation. This is where we follow up. But only bring your people who are qualified, like they've seen the tool. They're starting to ask questions. They're curious. They're genuinely curious and they want more information. Questions are healthy. Objections are healthy because they're trying to work out, is this a fit for them? They're trying to look for every reason to say yes, not to say no. If you can't help them get clarity, then they'll say no, because a confused mind takes no action. But if they're asking questions, they're looking for the logical reason to say yes for them. Now, you don't need to know the product backed by his hand by a friend. You don't need to be intimate with it yet. You need to set them up with a three-way conversation with your upline sponsor. And if your upline sponsors only just get started and they don't know, then go to the next person, go to the next person, go to the next person who you feel confident. Everybody here in this team, we've only just got started. I will freely put myself out there. I know Mike Tharp will put himself out there. Bring them to us. We will answer your questions. There's an art to this, and we're going to do some more training on that too. But simply, you just set up a three-way group chat, do a quick introduction, edify the person that you're introducing, build trust and build confidence, validate from someone else who matters, who's getting results from this, and then shut up. Let the other person that you brought in to do the job. Your job's done, right? And that's where we lock arms and we go run this together, right? So that's step 4, bring in the third conversation. Step 5 is enroll. Plug them in and play. When the vibe is right, guide them to the next step. Make it so easy, they will be confident in following you, right? This is about leadership. This is about influence, nothing more, nothing less. We're just here to guide people. We're here to take the confusion away. We're here to make this simple for people. We're just opening the door and they're already leaning in. We're just locking arms and running together. So here's the thing, right? This is a numbers game. Marry the process, divorce the outcome. Most cold lead conversations will convert around 2 to 3%. I want you to hear that. Will convert around 2 to 3%. Right, so if you totally suck at this game, if you're the worst person in this game, you'll still convert 2 to 3%. So how do you go if you go get your first 3 people? If that's the case, you need to go start a conversation with 100. Hey, how are you? Go do that 100 times. This is the law of averages, the law of numbers. I can't guarantee it, but I'll almost eat my hat if it doesn't work. If you go follow this process to the letter and go talk to 100 people, whether that's in the next 24 hours, whether that's in the next week, whether it's in the next month, however long that takes you to do it, I almost would, you do it, bring them to me, bring those 3 people, you probably go through the numbers, right? So 100 people, you probably start maybe 40%. So 40 people will come back to you and respond, yeah, I'm great. Right? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so 40%, for step 1. Step 2, you probably, out of those 40, you'll probably have maybe 20. I'm just thinking numbers off the top of my head through experience. You probably have 20 that you can start to, go into the qualify and invite stage. Out of that 20, you'll probably have 15 say yes to exploring this and checking this out with you. From that 15, you'll probably have maybe 7 or 8 that you can bring into a 3-way group conversation with someone like myself. From that 7 or 8, we'll find 3 that'll say yes. So this is a numbers game, right? Now, if you're, a bit more effective in communication, you've got a bit more sales experience, then it won't be 100 people, it might be 50 people. Or out of 100 people, instead of 3, you'll enroll 10. Right? It all depends on your leadership, your influence, your sales skills, your qualifying question skills. But anybody can do this. All we need to do is just get out of our own way and go start conversations. Marry the process, divorce the outcome. Just do the fucking work. Do what's required and get out of your excuses and go get the results. So in this community, we don't want to be known as someone who pitches or link spams. We want to master the art of asking powerful questions. We want to learn how to qualify. We want to learn how to invite. We want to learn how to become masters of communication. Lock arms with me, run with me, and I will teach you how to master this, however long it takes. So I highly recommend you go read the book. Questions are the answers. I'll drop in my DM script that I know that's working for me. My encouragement for you, go put it through the paces. Tweak it, adjust it to personalize it so it works for you, your tone, your energy, your expressions. But go through it, put it through its paces. I dare you, actually, Go start 100 conversations with this script and tell me how you go with it. Because then we get something we can work with. We've got something tangible. Yeah. So I'll give you the script in the group chat later on. Let's open it up for open mic. Let's go around the room. Dave, I'm going to start with you, champion. You know, like you've been with me for a while now on a few different things, but why StreamPro? Why did you say yes? And do you have any burning questions?
Well, it took me a little while to jump on, I'll be honest. You did send it to me and I did procrastinate for a little bit.
Yeah, no.
And had a few conversations with you, but realistically, at the end of the day, I seen the opportunity for one, and two, helped me save a few bucks on streaming. So that was probably the ultimate thing. But I realized that, you know, once I can have the conversations with people that I know and others abroad, you know, there's definitely benefits there for them. Just got to get them to actually see the benefits. That's the thing. As for burning questions, is I hope they hurry up and put the NRL on there. I'm sick of the AFL. Aerial ping pong is useless.
Yeah, no, I get it. And look, here's the conversation around that I've been having every Australian, just about every who likes sports. I'm a little bit unique. I don't like sports. It doesn't faze me. But it's a supply versus demand conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
There is no guarantees on it. I'm not the owner of the product,
No.
but I know that the more noise we can make about it, I've been enough part of enough launches, the more noise we can make about it, with grace, of course.
Yeah.
No, they'll look at serving our need. I
Yeah.
just don't know when that'll happen, whether it's next week, whether it's next month, whether it's next year. I'm confident that it will happen.
Yeah.
We start to build up the demand.
Yeah, obviously kudos to the AFL people because they obviously had already gotten into that American market somehow. So yeah, kudos to them. NRL's obviously a bit slow, although they do start the year in Vegas. So I'm not sure.
And here's the thing, right? If you want perfect, wait 5 years. If you want pioneering and you want to get into the messy and build something, then you're in the right place.
In 5 years, this will probably be sold and there'll be a new venture for us to start on.
Awesome. Thanks, Dave. John, how you going, mate? All right, cool. John or Jaya, you don't have to come out if you want to, but it is an opportunity to let us know why you like this. Why did you jump in? And if you have any questions or burning answers, need any burning questions answered, here's your opportunity. Cool bananas. All right. Nice and short and sweet. Hopefully, this training has been valuable. And, Dave, thank you very much for being my right-hand man and helping me to host this call today. We will build these calls into a bit of more of a regular flow. We'll basically every second week, 7 a.m. Saturday mornings, we will host this call, and that's Sydney time. So worldtimebuddy.com is a really great tool for conversions. As I said, we want to create a team culture here where it's ultimate ownership, it's ultimate accountability, responsibility, and we're stepping up to be hero makers, not just the heroes, and we're actually all starting to win at this game. Let's go run. Congratulations again to Nolan Quinn and Jenny Erickson for hitting their ranks just this last couple of days. Jenny hit Pro 250. Nolan's hit Pro 500 just last night. Personally, I hit Pro 1000 there last week, and I believe we've got about 6 or 7 that are so close to unlocking a few ranks. So let's keep rocking and rolling. Let's keep going and really leverage this for what it is. And, let's go have fun. It's entertainment. Let's just show up, have fun with it, put the right product in front of the right people at the right time. That's as simple as this game is. The hardest part about this game is finding the right people. The easiest part about this game is when you find the right people, you just go run, and this is amazing. So you're in the right place to learn how to master this. Let's just keep going, and I'm an open book. You need any support, any questions, I'm here just a message away, or we can jump on these calls. There are the training calls that Mike Tharp runs on a daily basis there. I believe it works out to be roughly 9 a.m. Sydney time. There are the opportunity calls there that normally held an hour later in the Facebook group there with the runners Facebook group. Guys, this is just getting started. We're only 3 weeks into this journey. We're a part of the first 1,000 ambassadors globally to be a part of this. So we're early in. Let's go rock this out and let's go win. Talk soon. Bye for now.
Bye for now.